Good morning, guys. Welcome to Mug Briefing. Right now, two separate but related McDonald's stories are unfolding at the same time. One is about a very large burger that could be heading to the United States. The other is about a brand new McDonald's restaurant opening inside Disneyland Paris. Let's start with the burger. In recent days, several consumer and trade outlets reported that McDonald's has been testing a larger sandwich called the Big Arch internationally, including in Canada, Portugal, and the United Kingdom. On February 16, 2026, Parade published a report saying the Big Arch is expected to debut in the US, citing prior international tests and media coverage. Here's what is important. McDonald's has not issued a formal nationwide U.S. press release announcing a confirmed launch date. The company has tested the burger abroad, and trade outlets like Restaurant Dive and MarketWatch have discussed those tests and possible spring timing. But the expectation of a broader U.S. rollout appears to come from media reporting and analyst commentary, not from a clearly dated nationwide go-live announcement by the company. In other words, this is not yet a guaranteed coast-to-coast launch. The Big Arch has been described in media coverage as a larger, premium-style burger. Some reports cite an approximate calorie figure of around 1,057 calories, based on earlier international disclosures and press materials. Those ingredient details and calorie estimates trace back to prior menu information overseas, not a brand new U.S. nutrition release. As of the most recent reporting between February 16th and 18th, 2026, what is confirmed is that the Big Arch has been tested internationally and that U.S. introduction is expected or underway in limited fashion. What is not confirmed is a firm nationwide U.S. rollout date. Analysts have suggested a possible spring window, but that appears to be interpretation and forecasting, not a publicly scheduled launch event. Now, let's turn to the second development. At Disneyland Paris, a newly reworked McDonald's has opened in Disney Village, the shopping and dining district outside the parks. According to the official Disneyland Paris newsroom and local coverage published around February 17th and 18th, 2026, the previous on-site McDonald's closed as part of the transition, and the new location has now opened. This is not simply a minor remodeling. The reports describe a redesigned, multi-level, expanded restaurant intended to serve families in a high-traffic tourist environment. Some fan and trade coverage referred to it as the world's largest McDonald's, but that description comes from secondary reporting rather than an official corporate claim from McDonald's itself. The official language from Disneyland Paris focuses on the building being state-of-the-art and designed for families. So what actually happened? McDonald's is testing and preparing to introduce a larger premium burger in the U.S. based on prior international pilots. At the same time, it has opened a newly rebuilt flagship-style restaurant at Disneyland Paris, replacing the previous location in Disney Village. Why now? On the menu side, fast food companies constantly test new products to drive traffic and average ticket size, meaning how much each customer spends per visit. Larger or premium burgers typically come at higher price points. That can help boost revenue per transaction if customers are willing to pay more. It is reasonable to interpret the Big Arch as part of that strategy. Competitors regularly introduce oversized or specialty burgers. Offering a larger sandwich can help McDonald's compete in the premium fast food space without overhauling its entire menu. But this does not signal a total menu transformation. It's a product test and possible expansion, not a company-wide strategy shift. On the Disneyland Paris side, the opening aligns with broader redevelopment efforts inside Disney Village. Theme park resorts often refresh dining locations to improve guest flow and increase on-site spending. A larger, more modern McDonald's fits that pattern. Who benefits? Franchisees in test markets could benefit if a higher-priced burger attracts customers and lifts average spending. However, bigger burgers can also mean higher food costs and more complex preparation. If ingredients are different or portions larger, that can affect margins and kitchen workflow. Customers may see this as more choice. Some may view it as better value. Others may simply see it as more calories at a higher price. Whether it delivers value depends on pricing, which can vary by region, and has not been uniformly announced for a national U.S. rollout. At Disneyland Paris, the resort benefits from an upgraded, high-capacity restaurant that can serve large crowds. That can increase guest convenience and potentially boost overall spending within Disney Village. What does this change for Americans? For now, most U.S. customers will only see the big arch if they live in or near a test market, assuming tests are underway locally. There is no confirmed nationwide release date yet. If a spring rollout happens, it would likely follow the standard pattern: limited pilots, expanded markets, then broader availability if sales perform well. For workers, a new burger may require updated prep procedures, but it does not represent automation or a fundamental kitchen redesign. For investors, this is incremental. One new burger does not materially change a global company's revenue overnight. Performance data on sales and margins would need to show up in earnings calls before this becomes financially significant. What this does not mean is just as important. It does not mean McDonald's is overhauling its entire U.S. menu. It does not guarantee a national launch. It does not prove a major sales turnaround. And the Disneyland Paris opening does not signal a new wave of global expansion. It replaces an existing location with a new one. Looking ahead, there are clear signals to watch. If McDonald's issues a formal U.S. press release with specific dates, that would confirm a national rollout. If earnings calls mention big arch sales performance, that would show measurable impact. And if more U.S. markets report seeing the burger on menu boards, that would indicate expansion beyond testing. For now, this is a story about experimentation and refreshment. McDonald's is testing a larger burger to see if customers respond. And at Disneyland Paris, it has opened a modern, expanded restaurant to serve park visitors more efficiently. Neither development is dramatic on its own, but together they show how a global brand constantly adjusts, product by product, location by location, to drive traffic, test demand, and refine its business one step at a time.